In a little over 2.5 hours, a community will gather here at this historic courthouse to honor the life and legacy of a man who served them for 14 years. When it comes to healthcare, she says follow-up appointments give her peace of mind in case something goes wrong, but they're rarely scheduled. When it comes to winter in the valley, we think about frost and cold weather, but when it comes to cacti, there are simple techniques. It's been nearly a week since tabulation began, and workers are still counting ballots in the building behind me. A little over 3,300 votes were left to count, and as of this afternoon, Maricopa County released the final results. Keeping students' attention during virtual learning is a huge challenge, so educators are leaning more towards virtual reality experiences. Experts say it is most important for people who are over 70 years old and who have a compromised immune system to receive the booster shot now. In 2014, the city of Phoenix created a 20-year bicycle master plan to develop a more bike-friendly city. It's a quiet night out here in Phoenix as we learn more about Queen Elizabeth's death. Many Phoenix residents received a report that measures how much water they used April through June of this year. The report allows residents to gauge water use and see where they can save. We use it every day. From washing hands to cleaning dishes. Water. But do you know how much of it you are actually using? Phoenix residents recently received reports from the city showing them their water usage. For Levine resident Stephanie Paleo, the report showed her conservation efforts pay off.
Getting the report was interesting because we've made an effort to conserve our water, and it did show that we're using a fraction of what all our neighbors in our area are using.
The report shows single-family homes over 3 months in comparison to their neighbors. Awatuki resident Carol Ann Maruziak is worried about the accuracy of the report she received because she says it monitored water use while she was out of town.
5 months. Nobody was here doing laundry. Nobody's here washing dishes, flushing toilets, taking showers, nothing. How could we possibly use 3 times more than our neighbors who are here full-time?
Max Wilson, the water conservation coordinator with the city of Phoenix, says there is a process to gauge how much water residents use.
We look at that meter data, which is literally a little machine that spins around as water moves through it and allows us to calculate exactly how much water is going into each one of the residences.
Paleo also has concerns about accuracy, but she appreciates the information.
I actually agree with that. I think it's important for people to recognize, as long as the information is accurate, that's the only problem I had with it.
Wilson says that one explanation for higher water usage could be water leaks.
In general, we ask folks to check for leaks about 4 times a year and fix leaks that they find within a week of finding them.
If nothing else, a piece of paper helps residents see a connection between water conservation and water usage.
My eyes are opening up to where I say, okay, I'm one person. I can't make a huge difference, but it's a start.
The city of Phoenix plans to hold town halls this month to answer questions and help advise people on what they can do to improve their water usage. In the newsroom, Olivia Doles, Cronkite News.
Hey, let's go.
John Walker always had a love of riding bikes with his wife. Now, since the city of Phoenix created new bike lanes in central Phoenix, Walker can enjoy bike rides with his 3 children, knowing they will be safe.
Generally, it does feel a lot safer. This is a great improvement over what it was.
Walker says the bollards are helpful. Hundreds of flexible bollards have been installed along bike lanes to help keep cars away from bikers.
In one sense, they're doing what we need them to do, and they're stopping cars from driving in the bike lane.
Langford says the idea for bollards came from city residents who use bike lanes.
We reached out to the community, talked to the stakeholders in the area, and kind of got the concept of, hey, what is it people are wanting?
As of June 30th, the city of Phoenix has created 578 center line bike lanes.
The city was built around cars, and now the city is kind of having to re-engineer parts of it to accommodate other users.
Another way the city of Phoenix is keeping bikers and vehicles safe is through education. This includes everything from bicycle safety graphic novels to YouTube videos and, of course, signs.
A lot of signs in relation to directly the design of the bike lane.
Walker works with an advocacy group in the city to ensure everyone can stay safe, enjoy the ride, and make memories. What's your favorite memory biking with your kids?
So close, you get to talk to each other, and you're usually on the side streets where it's pretty quiet. And then it's nice because if they're sitting all the way at the front, they can just reach over and give you a hug.
There are hundreds of books to choose from when you walk into a library, but soon teachers in Arizona may be limited on the books they can select for their classrooms, and education advocates are worried about the chilling effect on students and educators.
Because teachers will worry, like, am I allowed to even teach this book?
House Bill 2495 bans books in classrooms that refer students to sexually explicit material, specifically sexual conduct, sexual excitement, or ultimate sexual acts. With the vague language of the new law, teachers are still uncertain with what can and cannot be taught.
We're very concerned about the impact that this incredibly vague bill language would have on teachers and on students who are trying to access not just new materials that reflect their perspectives, but also materials that have been utilized in classrooms for a long time.
We reached out to Representative Jake Hoffman, who sponsored the bill, but he did not respond to our request for comment. However, he spoke during a hearing on the bill about its importance.
This bill is about protecting kids from sexually explicit material. We need them learning math, reading, writing, and other incredibly important educational materials that will help prepare them for a vibrant and prosperous future, not worrying about sexually explicit material.
But the ban has teachers worried about the consequences if they do assign a book that goes against the law.
I could face being fined, fired, or losing my certification.
And there's fear the ramifications may go beyond the bookshelves, forcing teachers out of the classroom.
Ultimately, what we need to do is trust our teachers and respect them for the professional experts that they are.
In Phoenix, Olivia Doles, Cronkite News.